Shalom. I want to begin first and foremost giving all praises to the Heavenly Father Yahweh and His only begotten Son Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jehovah and Jesus. I want to give all praises in the ancient Hebrew tongue. But before I do that, the name of the Father is Yahweh. The real name of the Father is Yahweh, not Jehovah. Right? Yahweh meaning He exists. The real name of the Son is Yahweh Shai, meaning He delivers. I want to give all praises in the ancient Hebrew tongue while facing the east towards Jerusalem. Call halal, la, Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwatash, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahweh Shai, the water, Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwatash. Double honors to the apostles, to the elders of Yasharala, Greatmillstone, Shalom to the 144,000, Shalom to the elect, to the nation of Israel, who are the descendants of the slaves identified as the so-called African Americans, Hispanics, Latinos, and Native Americans. My name is Makaala, and today I just want to talk about Esau, the so-called white man. All right, disclaimer, not all white people descend from Esau, but the majority of them do, which is why we say Esau, the so-called white man. That's why we in this faith, me and brothers around the world, we say, Esau, the white man, but really it's just the majority of them, not all of them, because you got white people that descend from other nations as well, like Israel. All right, but check this out. 2 children killed, 17 hurt in mass shooting at Catholic school church. An 8-year-old and a 10-year-old sitting in pews were killed when a shooter fired shots through the windows of a church at the Annunciation Catholic School in Minneapolis on Wednesday morning, police said. The FBI identified the shooter as 23-year-old Robin Westman, who was born Robert Westman. All right, so he's one of them Decepticons. All right, one of them Transformers, and he's part of that, that Elemental P community. And all right, you guessed it. All right, he's also part of the most peaceful nation in the world. All right, the most peaceful race. All right, I wasn't surprised when I saw what he looked like. All right, and this is, you know, sometimes these things are set up by the government. Our FBI probably, had the dude, you they coded him into doing it. Had him write a fake manifesto. You know how Esau gets down, man. Or it could genuinely be, a crazy Edomite, man. But why is it that the majority of shootings in America, mass shootings, are perpetrated by Esau, man? All right, by people of this race. All right, I'm gonna tell you why. All right, Genesis 27, verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven from above. All right, so Esau would be living in the best places and luxury. All right, what other race makes up the majority of millionaires and billionaires on this planet? All right, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. All right, and that sword is talking about the firearm, all right, the modern day gun. All right, on a larger scale, you have the nuclear missile, which is the ultimate sword. And who controls these weapons? All right, who wields these weapons mostly on the planet? All right, invading other neighbors. All right, they put our ancestors into slavery. Or they lived by the sword. All right, and And in that part where it says, "Thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck," all right, when thou shalt have the dominion, that happened during after the Dark Ages, all right, which they claim not to have any historical records on, but it's all because they're ashamed of that period because they were in captivity under Israel, under Jake, all right, so-called black people. And when they were finally freed during the Renaissance, all right, then they came to have rulership over the world, all right, and they've had that rulership, which they have controlled the world with that blessing of the sword. They've been living by that blessing for hundreds of years. But soon Yahweh Shai is going to come back, all right? Isaac is going to come back. All right, Yahweh Shai is the reincarnation of Isaac. Yahweh Shai is going to come back and put this man out of power. Like, take this man out of power and bring down his wicked kingdom. And there ain't going to be no more mass shootings, man, caused by these so-called white people. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope the video was edifying. Shalom.